Hi, I'm Pete May, President of GreenBiz Group, and I'm here with Erika Karp, the CEO and founder of Cornerstone Capital, if I got that right. Erika, first, tell us a little bit about your background. How did you get to Cornerstone Capital?
So Cornerstone Capital is an impact investment advisor, and we've been around for about 5 years, and we advise foundations, endowments, families, individuals on moving their money in conjunction with their values, and doing that without sacrificing competitive returns.
Yeah.
Prior to that, for 25 years, I was on Wall Street in the equities business. In particular, I ran global research for an investment bank, and I learned an awful lot about looking for predictive insight in the investment process.
Right.
And that's what brought me towards sustainable investing.
Kind of a different, the wild and woolly, the rough and rugged, that world versus the nice friendly confines of corporate sustainability. Are you finding, is that a challenge reconciling those two worlds?
You know what, it really isn't. Yeah. Because when you find people with a shared sensibility about capitalism or about business, you can connect. You just have to know how to translate. Languages differ, and you translate and you speak in the right language with the right people. Yeah.
What advice when you meet sustainability people and they say, I'm hearing more about this ESG area, I'm put more in front of investors, I need to understand their language. What advice do you give them linguistically?
So the language.
And I know you often use colorful language, so I'm counting on you to keep. I'm talking about keep it clean, Erika.
Okay, so I'm not going to go to trading floor language.
Right.
The language really is we need some definitions.
Yeah.
Right. So first you have whether it's socially responsible investing or impact investing or double bottom line, triple bottom line, values-based investing, ESG, whatever you want to call it. It's investing. Period.
Yeah.
Right. Now ESG investing. That's something that doesn't actually exist. It's not a thing. ESG analysis is a thing, and that is a discipline.
Yeah.
And it's a critical discipline. Frankly, if you want to do your job as an analyst, as an investor, you have to look at the material environmental, social, and governance factors, because otherwise you're not doing a proper risk-adjusted return analysis on a company.
All right. Now, I want to get your reaction. I'm caricaturing what somebody told me a while back, but as GreenBiz, as we delve more into this ESG world, somebody said, oh yeah, there's the Cornerstone ESG folks, and then there's other people that at a lot of the mainstream investors, and all they care about is fundamental analysis, and those are different worlds. True or false? Explain your answer.
Absolutely, unequivocally false. All right. Again, ESG analysis is a necessary discipline. Yeah. All right. If you are evaluating a beverage company, an energy company, a semiconductor company, and you're not thinking about water, you're missing a big risk or even opportunity, right?
Yep.
If you are not looking at issues of governance and regulatory compliance and diversity at a financial services company, you are missing a huge potential risk or opportunity.
Yeah.
So this is absolutely fundamental to the research process. And I would also argue that, there's an argument, some people say that, you're losing investment performance if you look at ESG analysis.
Right. Zero-sum.
Dead wrong.
Yeah.
Dead wrong.
Yeah, interesting. And do you think to the broader world, because GreenBiz, we're all about our world of sustainability, but about really having impact when that broadens. Are we getting to a point where there's a broader circle? I'm talking about your average dealer broker out in the country that's advising people on investments, that's working through a lot of the big asset managers. Are you finding that these type of sustainability issues are rising with them?
Absolutely. It's absolutely rising because, face it, the investment banks will do pretty much what they're paid to do.
Yeah.
All right. The asset managers will do pretty much where the asset owners demand them to do. The asset owners want competitive returns, but they also want to stick with their values. So it's becoming more and more clear that this is the future of finance. Companies didn't used to have to report even their revenues 70 years ago.
Right.
Now they're starting to report ESG factors, and we're starting to get some standards. So this is real.
Yeah.
This is the future.
The last missing link is between this business investment community, sustainability community, CFOs, financial directors, and talk about how ESG is getting on their radar and how these worlds are reconciling.
So again, the CFOs are focused on what their companies have to do to maximize profits.
Yeah.
All right? The problem with that is we have to remember that profits can be financial. They can be about human capital. They can be about natural capital. Profit has to be defined holistically, and it has to be defined in the long term.
Yeah.
And by the way, people get it wrong when they think about, Adam Smith and the Wealth of Nations or Friedman, Milton Friedman. The reality is capitalism is broken. We can fix it, but we have to think about the system and the principles that we want to try to live by. And transparency and social media and big data and transfers of wealth to millennials, all these things are allowing us to fix capitalism if we are intentional about it.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot to uncover here, and also with what GreenBiz is doing around GreenFin. We're going to have more of these conversations. I want to thank you first for bringing your expertise, Erika Karp, Cornerstone Capital, and for keeping it clean here too. We kept it pretty clean. So
I'm glad.
Great chatting. Thanks for joining us.
It's a pleasure.
Yeah. All right.